thanks to the supporters of channel member Ryan Fitzpatrick. Right, we did this last weekend and it worked a treat, so we're going to do it again because support on this series so far has been bananas. I've never seen a non-league to legend quite like it. It's fair to say you're quite enjoying the save, which is very much appreciated. But if you want an episode over the weekend, a bonus weekend episode, I am going to need you to leave a like on the video. You did it last weekend. Let's see if we can do it again. Because we're a little bit further in, I'm even going to set a slightly lower like target this week. If we get 4,000 likes on this video before 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, you'll get a bonus Saturday morning weekend upload. Otherwise, we're just settling into our normal Monday to Friday, 4 p.m. non-league to legend long-term schedule. But let's see if we can sneak in one more bonus episode while we're all having such a lovely time. It's the start of the new season. We should be celebrating anyway. And if you did miss the transfer special yesterday, firstly, you should go back and watch that. Things happened. But this is the team that we've put together. So a lot of new boys have arrived at the club. Probably the most exciting of which is Josie Casagrande, our 20-year-old New Zealand goalkeeper with absolutely bags of potential. But he's a new boy. We've got new boys at both wing back. Matthew Strachan and Leon Elliott are both new. Last season's centre back and centre mid partnership and centre forward partnership. So the core of the team is the same, but we've also added in new wingers. Ben Akwe is a returning player from a previous non-league to legend starting club. And Marshall Francis is in on the right-hand side. We still haven't done any loans. We're working on that. The media think we're going to finish mid-table, and we're starting the season against Hereford, what do the media think of Hereford? They think they're going to be in a relegation battle. So it would be nice if we could go out there and win at the start of the new season. So, I've just showed you the team. I don't need to go through them again. All eyes on Morton. We want him to have a 30-goal season this year. Let's get the team submitted. Yes, we need to give some squad numbers out, but let's go and do a football at the start of season 2 of non-league legend under my new 1-year contract that I did sign at the end of last season. I think I mentioned it during the playoff match, that I have signed a new 1-year contract extension. No pay rise. So I'm still wearing trainers rather than proper shoes and still living above the chicken shop. But here are the boys on their way out at the start of the new season. Our new look team. Look at them. There you go. We don't need to dwell on looking at them for too long. Goodness me. They don't look that different. I am hoping we get a bit of a breakout season for Gyamfi this year. All 6'5" of him. I want him to get 10 goals from corners this year. Oh, blimey, Morton very nearly sneaking in ahead of their goalkeeper. Now, we tried to sign a goalkeeper called Gill in the summer, and he went somewhere else. I wonder if that's the goalkeeper we tried to sign. It's probably for the best that we didn't get him, because we did sign 3 goalkeepers as it is. We don't want any accusations of lack of depth in goal. I don't even know if that's a thing on FM26. I know it's an FM24 thing, but we've got 3 good goalkeepers now. We're spending like 20% of our wage budget on goalkeepers, which is probably excessive, but hopefully we'll be solid defensively. That would be nice, wouldn't it? What would also be nice is if those solid defensive players could start making those goal contributions from corners. I really miss being set piece FC. It's something we'd like to bring into the save. Please and thank you. I keep signing the tallest players I can find, and it doesn't seem to be having the same impact it used to have. And it's very sad. And they're trying to get in behind us here. And between the keeper and the new right back, Elliott, we scramble it clear. And it remains 0-0. We are a very, very new look team. Obviously, there's there's 5 players on debut. Morton only joined us partway through last season as well. And Gyamfi wasn't a regular starter last year. So it's going to take a little while for us to get used to playing together. Although you would think with that core remaining largely unchanged, you would think we should hit the ground running a little bit. Right, Whittaker, stick it there. Stick it right there. Oh, he tried to. The keeper cheated. Is he allowed to use his hands? How are we supposed to score if he can just dive around and punch the ball away? It seems like an unfair advantage that their goalkeeper has got. But it looks like it's going to remain 0-0 as we head towards half-time. And fingers crossed, before the episode is out, we can start bringing in some additional players on loan. I would very much like another midfielder, another striker. I want, ideally, a guy who can cover both left back and left wing. I don't think we necessarily need a left back and a left winger. We might have to. We're basically going to be dealing in whatever scraps we can get. And as we saw in the transfer video yesterday, we didn't get the majority of our loans last year until after the transfer window had closed for the Football League clubs, because that's the only time they'd accept no wage contribution, when they didn't really have any other options. So we might not be able to do very much for the first month or so of the season in terms of bringing in loans, which means we do need to wrap the players in cotton wool for now, because most of them don't really have a backup currently. It is a paper thin squad that the bench is basically full of youth players. So we do need to be delicate with them, and then hopefully 5 or 6 loanees will appear mid-September once the transfer window closes, and we can convince clubs, well, you may as well let them play for us for a season, because they ain't playing for you. We can't afford to pay them, but please can we have them? Right, we have got one of our new boys on the bench. I'm trying to work out who the new boys are and who the youngsters are. I think he is the new boy, Griffiths. So I'm going to bring him on for him, and then we can look at him and check. Yeah, he's the new boy. So he's going to come on the right-hand side. And we're also going to bring on Tyrone Marsh, who, of course, we know all about. And we don't really want to change too much else. Elliot is tiring. So we can bring on Gamble and then put Green out to right back. And Gamble can come in and play centre back, which might be our backup right back situation all season. I mean, he wears the number 2 shirt. He must be a right back. So he'll be fine. What I would like, now we've brought on yet another tall boy in the shape of Gamble. He's a corner. I know I keep going on about it. I really want to score a corner. Strachan is having a terrible debut here. I think we don't have a backup left back, which is a problem. We're going to stick Aquay back there, because he can play left wing back. And we're going to bring on the 16-year-old, the youngster, Dion James, who's going to come on and make his debut. And then we're also going to bring on Phillips for Gyamfi. That left-hand side is not looking hot at the moment, but we've got, like I say, we've got to wrap them in cotton wool. We've got to protect our players, because any injuries, and we might end up starting with a left-hand side that looks like this. Right, there is the youngster James. Plays it forward, looking for Marsh. Can't find him. It does find him at the second time of asking. Marsh to Phillips, back to Marsh again, who gives it back to James. Cross comes in from Morton, who can't get onto it. Griffiths whips it back in again. Marsh lays it off to James again. There's Morton again, and Dion James has an assist on his debut. And Callum Morton is off the mark for the season. We have set him a 30-goal target for this season. That's number 1. And that is a nice assist for the 16-year-old as well, who might really benefit from the lack of squad depth that we've got at the moment, because he can play on either wing. And we only have 3 wingers at the club. So he is effectively first reserve when it comes to wide positions, and is going to get a lot of football, at least until the loans in the cavalry arrive. But we might not need wide players if James ends up any good. What a start to the season. And that good performance continued into the first few games of the season. As you can see, we beat Tamworth, drew away against Alfreton, thumped Telford, beat Oxford, all of which means 5 games in. And as we hit the end of August, we're 4th in the league, 13 points on the board. Only Spennymoor with a better record than us, as they have won 5 from 5. And now we have a pretty big test. We're away from home against Chester, who are one of the other teams with the undefeated record. They're second in the league ahead of us at the moment. We still haven't been able to sign any loans. So we're getting closer to maybe being able to do that. And this is what the team looks like. It's Casagrande in goal. And back for Strachan, Krakaya, Green and Elliott. Taylor and Gyamfi in midfield. Aquay on the left. Francis on the right. Morton and Whittaker up front. And Whittaker has started the season really quite well, like he did last year. 6 goals from 5 appearances. Morton with just the 3. Only 3 for him. But Whittaker is really enjoying having the big man as his strike partner, the role that Marsh was enjoying towards the end of last season. We didn't really play these two together very much, but they've certainly started the season as a proper partnership, and having Marsh there to bring off the bench, with him being that little bit older at 32, 33, whatever he is now, it is quite... Is he getting sent off here? Because the referee has rushed over. No. Goodness me. 30 seconds in, that would have been disastrous. But yeah, it is, like I say, a big test of if we're actually any good or if we've just had a relatively easy start to the season. Certainly, our starting strike partnership looks very useful. There is Morton dropping deep, playing it out to Aquay on the left. Whittaker's waiting in the middle, and Whittaker's scored again. And Terrell Whittaker, it's only taken him a minute. He has started the season in absolutely sensational form. I mean, it's great work from Morton to play it out to Aquay. I mean, the front four in general, the two wingers are a huge upgrade on what we had last year. Whittaker is playing like a new man, and Morton starting to drop a little bit deeper, linking play up a little bit. I think the front four is a significant upgrade. The wing backs, I think, are a significant upgrade. The midfield is a step down. The defence definitely needs work. And I think we've upgraded our goalkeeper as well. Although obviously we supposedly had the best goalkeeper in the league last year. We don't this year, but Casagrande has looked excellent. So I think we're basically picking up where we left off last year. Similar profile of players, improved in key areas, and now we just need to get these loans right. If we get these loans right, which obviously you'll find out in the next episode, which might be tomorrow, if we get to the likes target, don't forget to like the video. But if we get our loans right, we genuinely we could win the league. I'm going to say it now. We could win the league. Forget the playoffs. I hate the playoffs. We could win the league. But it is Chester who, I mean, Chester have traditionally been a big rival of mine because we almost always start in the National League North because of where I live. And Chester just seem to have been in this league forever. And they're always quite good in game, yet apparently in real life never really go. That's a great save from Casagrande. But Chester always seemed to be an early rival, dating back to the original home series from years ago. So it is always nice to get one over on Chester, especially when they're playing a boring old flat-back seven, a bunch of cowards. But we've certainly started very, very well, both in terms of today and this season. And Morton drops deep to link up play again. Ball over the top, this time a little bit heavily hit. Both Whittaker and Aquay looked at it, trying to decide if they want to chase it. Nah, I don't really feel like it. I think I'll just let that one go. But 1-0 at half-time. More of the same, please, gentlemen. Maybe I need to amend my goal. Maybe we're not looking for Morton to do 30 goals this season. Maybe we just want a 30-goal striker this season. And maybe that guy will end up being Terrell Whittaker. One thing I was pondering as well, the Tyrone March situation, with him being here on a non-contract. I mean, he has started well, so we don't need to think of this yet. But he's lost his place in the starting 11. If we were to sign another good striker on loan, a striker who maybe jumps past him in the pecking order, there is an argument for us releasing him on a free transfer because he's not under contract, and then using that money to maybe strengthen an area that we might need to strengthen a little bit more, like central midfield or centre back. So there is the potential for some more permanent business to be done at some point as well. Was that a save or was that the crossbar that's come to our rescue there? Either way, it was a wild effort. And despite starting well, we've not had much in the way of attacking highlights since those first couple of minutes. And we have got tired legs out there again. Gyamfi, definitely amongst them. We're going to get the other youngster, Taulo, who has played a couple of times. The other 16-year-old is going to come on and play in central midfield. We're also going to take off Francis and bring on, so we've got two 16-year-olds coming on. And I think we'll take off Morton, and Marsh can come on for him to operate as that experienced link-up man, and let Whittaker carry on doing what Whittaker has been doing so well this season, which is scoring all of the goals. But yeah, two 16-year-olds going on. Very, very promising for the future of the football club. Aquay charging down the left-hand side. Can he find us a second goal? I mean, he probably should have crossed it. It looked like it was a shot in the end. The keeper's pushed it behind for the corner. And because we're still rubbish at corners, we don't even get to see it as a highlight. We've had 5 in this match, supposedly. We haven't seen any of them. Things that just wouldn't have happened on FM24. Right, 2 more changes. Come on, let's keep things nice and fresh. What have we got down on the bench? Gamble is the man who's going to come on. I think he comes on for Elliott. We move Green over there. It's become quite a standard substitution for us. And then Taylor is going to come off for Phillips. And we'll just swap those two over. And fingers crossed, have enough about us to see out the game. Although we've been dragged out of position there at centre-back. I think, was that Gamble? Is he on now? I'm not sure if that's Gamble yet. No, that's Green. And that's unfortunate. I mean, it felt like it was coming. I don't need to see your silly replay. I mean, a draw here would be fine. I mean, it's a little early to be looking at the league table, but a draw is absolutely fine. A defeat would sting after being in the lead for so long, but we haven't really done anything in terms of attacking since that first couple of minutes. And we certainly are making it pretty clear with the changes we've made that we really do need to get some loans in just as soon as we can convince people to come and join us for free, because strength in depth wise, I mean, this central midfield partnership is not ideal. Towler's still learning the position, and Phillips is never going to be a regular starter for us. And that was great work from McQuay. And he's unfortunate that's hit the crossbar and rebounded clear, but it was a great effort from him. And you know what? I'll take a 1-1 there, and I'll certainly take being fourth in the league at the end of August. That'll do very nicely. We're going to have a good season. I've officially decided, and it looks like we're also going to get our first loan in. So I may as well show you him, Rio Canaville. So let's just check if he is actually any good, because you never know for sure until they turn up. Come on, let me have a look at you. Where are you? That'll do nicely. Oh, that'll do. More of those kind of things, please. He's the best centre-back. He's the best centre-mid. He can play in any of those four positions. He's the best right-back. He's just a huge upgrade in an area where we needed a huge upgrade. So 5 more like that and we will be laughing. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.